Coming up on High Now Daily, a Kitchen Scraps winner is teaming up with Whiskey Smoke 808. Details on the meet and eat you don't want to miss. Plus, work carb loading with joy at the Noodle and Pasta Fest night market. Then, tips for beginner laymakers ahead of May Day. All this and so much more coming up on High Now Daily. Aloha and welcome to High Now Daily. I'm your host, Natalie Duran, and we're just diving right into here. A barbecue collab that blends bold Texas smoke with a local Hawaiian flavor. And a Kitchen Scraps champ is teaming up with Whiskey Smoke 808, and trust us, it's barbecue like you've never seen before. So we have Corey, Whiskey Smoke 808, and we have Stefan Kina over here, our champion of Kitchen Scraps from 406 Barbecue. Thanks for flying over here from Montana.
Yeah, thanks for having me again. I appreciate it.
Okay, beyond, I'm trying to stay focused because the smell of this brisket's getting me there. But like, tell us, if people could get kind of a taste of this at an event that you have coming up this Saturday, yeah?
Yeah, so this Saturday I'm teaming up with Whiskey Smoke Corey. We're putting on a meet and greet and being able to kind of share my flavors that got me, my business going and kind of got me with my social media. And so we're doing brisket with a miso sauce that I served at the Kentucky Derby. We're gonna do a pulehu steak with my miso chimichurri that was featured on the Kitchen Scraps episode. And then I'm also bringing some Montana flavors to Hawaii with the huckleberry pork belly.
Huckleberry pork belly. Ooh, well, that is right there.
Yeah.
So did you make that sauce yourself?
Yeah. So Montana's known for their huckleberry, and it's probably a flavor that not much people in Hawaii get to taste. And so to kind of be able to bring that here also means a lot to me.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna check that out right now. So run me again, what is on the meat base of this one? Corey, I'm gonna reach over you. Ooh, look at this one. So tell the folks too, also the event, meet and greet, M-E-A-T and greet, but what else can they expect when they come to the event this weekend?
So I'll be there from 11 to 4, kind of just talking story, being able to kind of meet my followers that help build up my brand here locally, and also my family and friends, I think one of the main events is us smoking a whole alligator. Alligator is kind of what got me my name out there outside of my brisket in Montana. I smoke whole alligators all the time. And so to kind of be able to bring that also back to Hawaii, where not a lot of local people probably get to eat an alligator every day.
I don't think so.
And so to be able to kind of experience that is cool for me, and I hope that the local people get excited about that too.
Excited is one word, intrigued definitely is gonna be it though. I'm like, let's talk about alligator. So what does that even kind of like taste like? Because this was delicious. We all know that kind of flavor, that chew on it. The huckleberry gives it a good kind of like softness, but alligator. So tell us about that. Yeah,
so alligator, most of the meat is in the tail, and the tail is white meat. I would actually it's very similar to pork tenderloin. It doesn't taste like chicken, I'll tell you that.
It doesn't taste like chicken.
And then the leg meat is dark meat. But yeah, it has its own distinct flavor. I really like to fuse Asian flavors with my dishes. And so we're actually gonna do a unagi take on the alligator. So we're gonna do a unagi glaze and serve it like that. So I think people will like it. They won't even know they're eating alligator when they eat it.
I hope so. But I mean, it's super cool because you could tell your friends, yeah, I ate alligator today and some ahi and what. But with those crazy flavors, we also have the classic Whiskey Smoke 808. We gotta take a look at this brisket over here. Tell us what this is, because I know you came in earlier this year, and I legitimately was transcended to another space when I had that brisket.
This brisket's a little bit different.
Okay.
This is actually Stefan's method. He asked me to do it a certain way, so it's a little bit different than ours. It's actually from Goldie's Barbecue is kind of what does this style.
Okay, so that would be this over here, right?
Yeah.
Let me grab, there's sauce.
Which one do you want to take?
miso
And I'll put it
sauce.
on.
Okay, let's see. I'll get that one. I like the burnt crispy.
The burnt ends, yeah.
That's what you guys really specialize in, right? The burnt edges.
That's what everybody comes for,
Okay.
basically.
I'm transcending again, different to a different planet. That is amazing. That's the beauty when worlds collide, you know what I mean? So tell the folks again about the details of this event. The more details, it's free. What else can they expect? Giveaways, right?
Yeah. So right now we actually have a giveaway. One of my videos went viral. I did a Thor Palusami, and we're actually giving 2 away for 2 winners. So if you actually go onto my Instagram, check out my giveaway reel. The details are in there on how to win it. And actually the giveaway ends tonight, so we'll announce the winner tomorrow.
Okay, go check that out. And real quick too, I wanted to connect because we were sharing a story that, like, you know, you moved to Montana, but this has been such a special event coming to Kitchen Scraps, competing, and really the island is just calling you back here and there. So
Yeah.
how does that feel, like coming back, collabing with Whiskey Smoke 808 and doing this event this weekend?
Yeah, you know, like first it's just, I'm super blessed that Corey and his family opened their doors to me to be able to do this. For me, it's like a full circle moment. I've been away from home for so long, like almost 15 years now, and I didn't really have any much roots here until, you know, like Kitchen Scraps and my videos started to really connect with the local people. So be able to come back home, be able to share my flavors with my followers, my family, my friends, it's really, really special to me, especially because my dad was a chef here all his life. So yeah.
That's so awesome. And you know, we want to loop it back to Kitchen Scraps because you have a chance to vote for your fan favorite for Kitchen Scraps because there's 16 contestants that you could choose from. So you could just scan the code right there on your screen and the winner will get the opportunity to participate in the 15th annual Food and Wine Festival. Plus, when you vote, you will be entered for a chance to win a pair of tickets to the festival on Oahu also for yourself. And by the way, if you miss any of the Kitchen Scraps episodes, you could watch it on demand right there at kitchenscraps.tv. Thank you so much, Corey, Whiskey Smoke 808, and Stephen Keener for coming into the kitchen today. You know, we'll be right back. There's a lot of good food, so everyone in this kind of studio right now is gonna have a little bite. We'll be right back. Look at that, like glaze. The Hilton Grand Vacations is all about unforgivable getaways and giving back, creating jobs, investing locally, and building a large impact for the community. And here to share more about it is Clavan Kabuhat, Senior Director of Sales Implementation at Hilton Grand Vacations. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Thanks for having me, Natalie.
So we want to talk about Kahaku. It's the newest kind of like development going on. We want to showcase that because it's beautiful and it's doing more than just being a building and a unit.
Yes. I am so excited to be here to tell you about our Kahaku property. It's our newest property in Hawaii. It's going to be the 14th Hilton Grand Vacations property,
Wow.
set to open next year in 2026. This property is going to be high-end, high-level luxury right in the heart of Waikiki.
Wow.
There's going to be 213 units, including studios, 1 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms, and 3 bedrooms with stunning ocean, city, and mountain views.
That's so amazing. I know we're seeing some of the photo renderings right there on the screen. And if you could tell us a little bit, what makes it unique in your opinion?
Sure. It is our first Hilton club. And as I mentioned, really high-end property, so really excited to bring this to Hawaii for our owners. This is going to be in the urban destination right in the heart of Waikiki, yet really designed to be a peaceful retreat for our members to enjoy.
Right, so you're saying members. So what does that mean being a part of the Hilton Grand Vacations? Being a member, you have all those locations. What are the special benefits?
Sure. With Hilton Grand Vacations, our members have so many benefits involved, right? Our owners love having a home away from home, as well as the consistency of having elevated experiences. But for our local kama'ainas, just like myself, we just love doing the staycations in Waikiki.
We do.
Pack a quick bag, bring the cooler, and just hang out at the pools and beaches. But the flexibility of our ownership really allows us to also travel within the neighbor islands. So for a quick getaway, hop over to Kauai, Waikoloa, Maui. We have beautiful destinations there as well.
So basically, whatever you think, there's something there for you. Switch up the beautiful vacation,
Yes.
right? I know we wanted to touch base a little bit about the Kahaku and how it's also impacting the local community. What it's like offering jobs or some initiatives.
Yes, absolutely. So with Hilton Grand Vacations, we're really focused and committed to giving back to the local community, whether it's our economy, through partnerships and employment opportunities. So we're really excited to share through the development of Kahaku, we created 160 positions, full-time jobs.
Oh, wow.
60 in sales and marketing and administration, over 100 in hospitality roles. And just with the construction, over 400 local jobs were created.
Wow, that's so amazing. And I know, it's still in development, but there's time and there to apply and find out more information about those positions, right?
Yes.
So for folks who are watching at home thinking, this is a great time, I've been needing to maybe venture out or find a different position, where do they find more information?
We have a website, careers.hgv.com. Throughout the islands, we have 1,900 roles, and this goes from housekeeping to management, sales or marketing, maintenance. So a lot of different positions out there. That would be the website to find out more information. Our team members love the travel benefits.
Yeah.
That is one of my favorites. One of my epic vacations with my family was actually this summer trip to Australia. We did a road trip from Sydney to Surfers Paradise, went up to Cairns and explored the Great Barrier Reef.
Oh,
and
yeah.
one of our family traditions is taking a selfie in front of the Hilton hotels. So we have a collection of pictures, with our travels throughout the world. And it's really just brought so much memories for our families, and that's what our employees really enjoy at Hilton Grand Vacations.
What a great benefit from the hiring to becoming a member too also. So you could find more information. We'll also post more details on Hi Now Daily. Thank you, Clavon, for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
And we'll be right back. You're watching Hi Now Daily. Welcome back to Hi Now Daily. Right now, at this moment, we're going to bring attention to Denim Day, a global campaign held during Sexual Assault Awareness Month to raise awareness around consent, victim blaming, and support for survivors. And joining us is Lynn Costales-Matsuka, Executive Director of the Sex Abuse Treatment Center, to talk about the message behind this movement. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
So we have our denim today. Tell
We
us
do.
about Denim Day and why is it important to put awareness to it?
Yeah, so Denim Day, like you said, is a global campaign. It started off in Italy, where the Supreme Court there had overturned a rape conviction involving a young girl, citing that because she had tight jeans on, she took those jeans off herself or assisted in taking them off, suggesting that she somehow consented to being sexually assaulted. Obviously, it was a bad decision. It resulted in a lot of outcry by women across of Italy showing up in their denim in protest of the court decision, but standing in solidarity with that survivor. So that's why we celebrate Denim Day on behalf of survivors.
That's amazing. I mean, it's that message too. What we're doing today is dispelling all those messages, put awareness to it, and just keep reminding us on what we need to stay aware about. And I want to talk about some of the myths that you want to dispel about, sexual assaults and around that.
Right, and so it's sort of like the Italian case, right? One of those myths is based on what we wear, our clothing, somehow suggests that we are inviting a sex assault to occur. Obviously not true, obviously something that we want to dispel. Another thing that we see is when a woman excessively drinks, she has one too many drinks, and somehow that is suggested as she is inviting a sex assault to occur, that somehow she's placed herself in a position to be sexually assaulted. When in fact, excessive drinking by anyone, man or woman, has the same health consequences to it, and it doesn't matter whether somebody is drinking excessively or not.
Right. There at the Sex Abuse Treatment Center, what kind of trends are you seeing currently?
Yeah, we are seeing a little bit more of interpersonal violence, which just basically means violence in a relationship.
Right.
Often people think that interpersonal violence only involves pushing, shoving, physical abuse. But what many people don't realize is that on the continuum of violence is sexual violence.
Right.
Sexual violence can occur in intimate partner relationships.
And expanding on that, in your opinion, what are some examples of a healthy relationship versus maybe an unhealthy relationship that we could keep our eyes on?
Yeah, so healthy relationships are what we know, right? They're loving relationships that are supportive of one another. There's a lot of respect for who that person is and who your partner is. Unhealthy relationships, right? Disrespectful, isolation, control over the other partner such that they don't feel valued for who they are and celebrated for who they are. So they start to feel very less than what they are worth.
Right, and for those who may be watching, some of these are resonating. How can they find more information about the SATC, or if they want to help and kind of be a part of the movement or awareness?
Absolutely. Knowing the signs, talking to your loved one or your friend, being a good listener, not using judgmental language, and really the Sex Abuse Treatment Center, we have a 24-hour hotline.
Amazing.
Yeah, and we have medical exams, we have crisis counseling, we have therapy, and we have prevention and education. We partner with Department of Health to raise awareness and education in the community about things like sexual violence so that we can not only keep ourselves safe, but our loved ones safe.
That's right. Yeah. So it's nice knowing that if someone is hearing this resonating, you're not stuck. No matter what stage, if you've been there for a long time, there's help.
There's always help, and the Sex Abuse Treatment Center can be that place where healing can begin for many. Just call.
That's amazing. So tell the folks again one more time to find more resources, or if they could help donate, let them know where to go to.
Right, so for SATC, you can reach our 24-hour hotline, 808-524-7273, or visit satchawaii.org. We have a ton of information, including a donation button, because we do survive off of private donations.
Right, that's right. Thank you so much, Lynn, for coming in studio, for sharing the story of Denim Day and the importance and where we could get help locally for those who are in need.
Thank you so much for having me.
And of course, we're going to post more information on hinowdaily.com, and we'll be right back.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming in. Aloha, welcome back to Hi Now Daily, and we got more kitchen scrap stars in the house. And this time we got Chef Shan to give us a taste of what's cooking up at the upcoming Noodle and Pasta Fest night. This market over there in Waikai, yeah?
Yes, on Saturday. We're so excited. And guess what?
What?
I'm going to be one of the judges.
Oh, okay. So whoever's competing, you
Yeah.
gotta know if she's about to scrap it out with you right now. No, just
Yeah,
kidding.
no. I feel like they're going to have some amazing dishes, and I'm pretty excited. And I think we have some cool dishes right now.
Yeah, let's run this down.
Yeah.
Who made these dishes up in front of us? We have some
Um,
chefs off of the camera that made these right before you showed up. That's because you're
know
not
what?
cooking right now.
I didn't
You're
cook.
the judge.
I didn't cook. I'm the judge because I can't be biased. You know,
that's right.
so I can't know. You know, it's a secret for me. But I just go by taste. So let's dig
So
in.
pretty much, are we doing like a blind taste test right now? as if we're judging?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
let's do it.
We can't know who's competing right
Okay, so let's do one of this one. These look like they're two of the similar. So I guess in your chef eyes and sniffing test, what would you deduce this as? I definitely see some shrimp,
now. Yeah.
some furikake with Parmesan.
Smells like some miso. Let's dig in. Let's try it out.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, grab some chopsticks. I'll grab this one. It's beautiful though.
Oh my goodness.
What kind of noodles is it? The flat one.
Oh, that's like fettuccine or linguine. Sorry,
Linguine.
Yeah.
Okay, do you cheers?
Oh yeah.
noodles?
Cheers. Yeah.
Oh, it's seafood. It's definitely a little bit spicy. That's very good.
Yeah. Very mild.
Very mild. So
Seasoned well.
we gotta talk about the Noodle and Pasta Fest. So
Yeah.
this is gonna be your VIP ticket, right?
Yes.
Well, in the back of here, we have these red tickets where people are coming. It's a free festival to show up, right? This
Yes.
is the VIP ticket. They go and pull this out, go to the vendors, and get all the pasta that they want with that one ticket.
Yeah.
And then at the end of it, as a VIP, you also get to be you, Chef Shan. They get to vote on what their favorite dish is.
Yeah. So with the VIP tickets, they get to drop their ticket in the box next to the contestants, and then they also get to vote as well as us.
Oh, I
judges.
like it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
$40, you get to play Chef Shan for a day. That's amazing. I think that's a big, huge deal. But yeah, tell us more about the event. I know it's there at Waikai, right there at the
Waikai.
event lawn, which
Yes.
means you get free parking, so
Yeah,
easy
from-
access.
4 to 8, and then they have a beer garden, 21 and over.
Oh,
yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, they have the VW car show.
Car show.
Yeah.
I love it. So for people want to find more information on the event and definitely get this VIP pass, where would they go?
They would go to
Definitely for the Noodles and Pasta Festival
Yes.
Night Market. I'm sure you throw that in Google. We also have it there on the screen. We're going to post it on
There
Hi
it is,
Now
guys.
Daily for all those details.
and I'll post it on my Instagram as well. Okay.
That's
Thank you.
awesome. So we'll see you there. Grab her signature too, and we're going to have all of these tasty treats right here. Tell us one more time your favorite kind of pasta. What's your personal?
Oh my
favorite?
God! You know I'm a sucker for noodles.
Yeah, what kind of?
I cannot.
Simon,
I cannot.
ramen.
I love it all. I swear to God, I love it all. So just bring it. Just bring the fire, and I'm here.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, just bring it.
Okay,
Yeah.
go to the festival this weekend, free event, get those free VIP tickets. We're gonna have more details posted at HiNowDaily.com. Chef Shan, thanks for coming to the Hi Now Kitchen, your second home. Welcome back to High Now Daily. It's National Bubble Tea Day, aka the perfect excuse to sip on something sweet, chewy, and totally addicting. That's all of this. And I got a surprise co-host joining me today in the High Now kitchen, Drew Davis, our Wine News Now weatherman.
What's going on, Natalie? It's good to be back. I enjoy coming on High Now every once in a while.
Good, we love
especially
having
when
you
there's when there's free food or free drinks. You know,
Yeah,
it's
really,
nice.
he just showed up because he started following the smell of all the barbecue and noodles, so that's why he's here. And be like, join us for boba. So what we have in front of us, this is Cow's Tea. They're out in Kaimuki, opened up in 2020, and they specialize in really unique teas, bobas, pretty much like cheesy smoothies. I never knew that was a thing, but that's this thing right here. So maybe we'll try out with that.
Yeah, I didn't know that National Bubble Tea Day was a thing, and I'm excited to get to try it out. Which one do you want to try out
Okay,
first?
I'm gonna do the weird cheesy mango, and then you take a little pick what you want. So these are the yogurts.
Okay.
This is a green tea, milk tea.
I'm gonna try this one, the jasmine
Milk tea.
one
Okay.
right here.
And did you know that also when boba bubble tea was invented, also these straws were invented because
Well, you gotta get
kinda
the
have to.
bubbles out. All
Yeah.
right.
So this one from Cow Tea is called the Cheesy Mango. It's a seasonal one, and if you guys could see that little foam on top, this is actually kind of like a sweet cheese in there. So let me give it like a little bit of a stir.
Little stir right
A little
there.
stir. Let's give it a little taste too. Yeah.
What's the verdict?
It's okay, so it's like a blended mango smoothie, a
Okay.
little bit fresh, kind of like with that cheese top. Let's give yours a taste because I'm
Okay.
gonna keep sipping on this
I'm
one.
gonna keep the lid on.
Okay.
I'm gonna put the straw
Oh,
in.
smart. Oh, I didn't even need to take the lid off. How is it?
Delicious. Delicious.
Delicious. Give us more adjectives. Let's see.
Delicious.
Maybe nutritious.
Tasty. Yummy.
I love it. Okay, so we're gonna transition to Cow's, one of their most popular drinks, and we could definitely see why. So this right here is a taro purple rice yogurt. You thought your yogurt was only for breakfast, but now you could have it in a drink. They're so nice. They brought us over too. So Drew, I'm gonna hand this to you.
Okay.
Maybe for these ones, I think, because it's totally sealed, really good to transport in the car. So let's give it a shake a little bit, maybe. And they have boba in there, and then you stab it. Whoa. It's not too sweet, which I really like. You taste the taro. So the boba in this is actually like blackened rice. Do you kind
Yeah,
of taste that?
I taste the difference.
What is your favorite boba tea? Do you like the little clear ones that pop, the little like black ones?
Probably the
Oh, for brain freeze.
the ones that like in this one, the jasmine tea ones.
The jasmine tea. He
Yeah.
loves the good classic ones. Well, Drew Davis, thank you for joining me in the High Now kitchen.
Thanks for having me,
You
Natalie.
could take those one with you
Yeah.
while you do the weather later
We'll
today.
take it down to the newsroom. We'll have your first alert forecast coming up in a little bit.
That's right. And thanks, Cow Tea, for supplying us for this National Bubble Tea Day today. So we're going to share this also with everyone in our studio. We're going to be right back. You're watching High Now Daily. Cheers. Aloha, welcome back to Hi Now Daily. We have a new video from the winners of the Southwest Airlines and the Hi Now Daily Travel Tuesday sweepstakes. Let's take a look.
Hi Now Daily Travel Tuesday sweepstakes. And the winner is Kako.
Mahalo Southwest Airlines and Hi Now Daily.
Oh, we love that. Congratulations again to the Ka'ako'o Volleyball Academy from Mililani. For details on the team, visit their website, ka'ako'ovba.com. Now, join us starting at 5 p.m. today for the D1 and D2 Big Island Interscholastic Federation's Boys Volleyball Championships. It starts today at 5 p.m. on K5 and online at hawaiinewsnow.com. And do you know an athlete? You could submit a sports highlight video or picture, and you might be featured on Hawaii News Now's High Five Highlights segment. Just scan the code right there on your screen, or go to the sports sections of hawaiinewsnow.com and click on High Five. And if you have a pet, listen up. We actually got a chance to chat with the experts at VCA about what you may need to look out for your pet. So let's take a look.
Heartworms are literal worms that live in your pet's heart. They can grow up to be about 12 inches in length, and they can cause a lot of damage, as you can imagine. They are transmitted through mosquitoes, unfortunately. And living here, we have mosquitoes year-round. We get no break in the winter time like they do on the mainland. So our pets are constantly at risk, unfortunately. The way that heartworm disease is spread, so a mosquito has to bite an infected dog. Infected dogs will have to have a male and a female worm inside of their heart. They reproduce and make microfilaria, which we'll call baby heartworms. So these mosquitoes suck up the baby heartworms. They then turn into a teenager heartworms while they're in the mosquito. This mosquito will bite a healthy dog and inject the teenager worms into the dog. Those stay in the skin for up to 6 to 7 months before they develop into adults again and then move into the heart where the cycle starts again. It can be really hard to detect it initially, so a lot of pets actually don't show signs initially until the heartworms have caused enough damage to the heart to make them sick enough. That is why it's important that we test pets once a year. Even though they seem totally healthy, they can still have heartworm disease and be positive. Some signs you first see, they can have like a mild persistent cough, they lose weight for no reason, they don't eat super well. When they start to feel worse, they may have something called exercise intolerance, where let's say your pet used to be able to go for a walk around the block and now they can kind of barely make it out the door. So all of a sudden they just seem really tired. As the disease progresses also, they can get like a really distended belly. They call it a pot-bellied appearance where fluid starts to accumulate in the abdomen. When they have really severe signs where the heartworms are actually clogging the heart and clogging the arteries of the heart, it's called caval syndrome. And if you can imagine a pipe that's blocked, water can't get through the pipe. Same in this case, except blood isn't getting through the heart, it's not getting through the arteries. These dogs will collapse, and unfortunately most of them do pass away from this. First of all, we use an in-house heartworm test. We take a small sample of blood. We make sure that it's positive first in-house. We take another sample of blood and send it out to another lab to have a confirmation test. Because it's such a severe disease and treatment can be really severe too, we want to make sure we are accurate, that we have a true diagnosis. Once we get this secondary confirmation test, we want you to start resting your pets. So it can be really difficult. The dogs that are used to going for super long walks or hikes or going to the park and playing, that all has to stop, unfortunately, to prevent their heart from getting damaged further. Once we've known for sure they have heartworms, we've started resting them, the next step is to determine how severely they are affected. Some of them, if they are starting to be sick, we want to take chest x-rays, we want to look at their lungs, look at the size of their heart. In some situations, we'll refer you to a special doctor who can do a heart ultrasound called an echocardiogram. In some cases, if there are a lot of worms, you can actually see them in there too. Once again, heartworms live in the heart, live in the blood. The worms you see in your dog's feces, so those are usually round worms, which are curly, or they have short ones that are called tapeworms. They kind of dry up and look like rice. So those live in your pet's intestine. The difference is, they live in different places, so we test them differently. They are treated very differently, and the severity of them are very different. We're very lucky. We have heartworm prevention now. Most of the time that's either like a pill or a chewable tablet. and we give that to our pets once a month. In some cases, there's even like a topical liquid that you put on their neck, and that can also work as well. An important distinction to make is the heartworm prevention can kill the baby worms we talked about and the teenagers. It unfortunately can't kill the adult worms. So once your pet does have adult worms, usually the way we have to treat it is by injections of something called melarsamine. It's very painful and it's really expensive for pets. So it's always better to try to prevent rather than have to treat heartworms. heartwormsociety.org. That's put on by the American Heartworm Society. They're kind of the experts. They have great pages for owners to read more about heartworm disease if they want to. And I think really the best way, you can always make an appointment with your veterinarian. It's okay if your pet is not on prevention. We just want to help. So come in, we'll get them tested and start on the prevention. Please give us a call here at VCA. You can schedule an appointment with us here at VCA Waipahu and we'll give you more information.
Kumukahi Health and Wellness provides medical and social services to the most vulnerable people across our state. And they support a variety of fundraising events, including the annual Big Island AIDS Walk. And joining me now, we have Tui Silva. Thank you so much for joining me.
Aloha, I'm so excited to meet you.
Yeah, likewise.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk story about Kumukahi Health and Wellness. For those who may not know the work that you folks do in the community, can you share with us?
Yeah, Kumukahi Health and Wellness is really about equitable healthcare access for a lot of our vulnerable populations. We also have a variety of services where we do MedQuest signups and enrollments. We help our HIV population with case management. We have a sexual health clinic. And also we have a program that goes out into the community and does like Narcan training for a lot of those fentanyl overdoses that are happening across our state. So getting people educated about that so that people can live longer, healthier lives.
Now, this is across the state, not just here on Oahu, yes?
Yes. So our MedQuest program is across the state. So we have partners from Hilo to Hanalei. And our other services are primarily based on Hawaii Island. And we have an office in Hilo and Kona.
Okay, and now we're talking about the services that you folks do without the help of the community and really the support, whether that be financial donations or maybe hopping in on the AIDS walk and showing everybody what you got out there. It's very important for your folks' mission and to continue what you do.
Yeah, it really is, especially in these uncertain times. Like, it's more important than ever that we hold these types of fundraisers. We held off for a year because we wanted to honor the Maui wildfires. And so this is our first one in about a year and a half. And so it's our 9th annual AIDS walk. We were unsure about how the community would be around it, but oh my God, we've got so much love and support from the community. We're super excited about it.
That's great to hear. Now, you mentioned it's the 9th annual. Can you tell everybody the details, maybe the date, time, when they can sign up? Is it open already?
Yes, so you can go to kumukahihealth.org and you can sign up. The ways to participate is by creating a team and you can walk, or you can make a personal donation. We have sponsorships available. We also have a great virtual auction that's gonna be happening.
We love virtual auctions because there's always amazing items to go after. So can you share with us a little bit about what's on there?
Well, this year we're like super surprised and happy. We have Wheel of Fortune tickets, 4 tickets, so you can see Ryan Seacrest and Vanna White in person.
Wow.
Yeah, it's super exciting. Hilton's been supporting us, parasailing. We also have a red stag hunt in New Zealand.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa, these are
really
amazing.
Cool. Yeah. People have really reached out and supported our mission and what we do. So we're very, very thankful to our sponsors.
All right. Now, in addition to the actual auction that you're talking about, you can go online. He mentioned the website, but you can do the AIDS walk as well. When is that going to be?
So the AIDS walk is going to be on May 3rd. It starts at 8 o'clock and you go around Lili'uokalani Park twice. And there are some amazing booths that are out there. So we have free eye shave for the kids, face painting. There's Pokemon card training.
Pokemon is so in. I mean, it was
so
in like way
cute.
back in the day, but
and then
now
it died down, and now it's back, like full force. So we have this awesome booth on TCP 808 Marketplace. that does this fabulous booth that everybody is like really drawn to. There's concessions, food, we have entertainment there. We're gonna have Hilo's own songbird, Christy Lassiter. Also, one of our case managers is playing music, Sunny Sunshine.
All right. Well, it sounds like it's going to be an awesome party down there at the Big Island AIDS Walk. That's so awesome. One more time, drop the website so people can register and they can get more information.
Sure. It's www.kumukahihealth.org.
All right. Tui, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. We're going to have all the details on our website, HiNowDaily.com. Go ahead and check out the 2025 Big Island AIDS Walk. Mahalo.
Aloha and welcome back. May Day is tomorrow, and if you're looking to celebrate a way to celebrate Lei Day, go to Kapiolani Park. From 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. there will be a lei making from some of Hawaii's elite master lei makers, plus food and craft vendors, performances, exhibits, and demonstrations. It's a free, family-friendly event, all thanks to the Honolulu Department of Parks and Recreation and the Royal Hawaiian Band. For more details, visit honolulu.gov/DPR. You can celebrate May Day on Friday too. From noon to 5 p.m., Grammy Award winner Kalani Pea will host May Day is Lei Day celebration at the Kaimana Beach Hotel. The event will be free and open to the public and will feature exclusive performances, signature cocktails, plus a lei contest. For details, visit their Instagram page at Kaimana Beach. Then on Saturday evening, Kalani Pea will be on stage at the Hawaii Theater. This is for his 7th annual May Day is Lei Day in Hawaii concert. He'll perform brand new songs from his latest album, The Kuini, plus a lineup of award-winning entertainers and kumu hula. For tickets and more, visit hawaiitheater.com.
We are just days away from Lei Day here in Hawaii, and that's why we stopped in here at the Patch at City Mill in Mililani. Joining me now, we have lei maker and small business owner Dylan, and your business is called Palai. Now, I heard you grew up here in City Mill shopping with your father. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so my dad and grandpa did a lot of home renovations on our house. So I kind of grew up coming to City Mill with my dad and my grandpa to get lumber, any kind of materials we needed for the renovations. And of course, I'd pop over into the garden section to run away from the not so fun woodworking stuff, more to the gardening stuff. So.
And that's what kind of led you into your small business. I mentioned it's called Palay, and you make these incredible arrangements, these florals here. We're looking at these lepo'o that you put together with all of the different materials and of course the things that you can find here at City Mill. If you can tell me a little bit about how you chose some of these flowers and some of these greenery here.
Yeah, so all of the plants in these lepo'o are native plants. So I try to use a lot of native foliage and flowers in the lei that I make, and I also teach workshops. So I try to encourage people to both plant native plants to support their lei making practices and also to use these plants and understand those connections we have between healthy native plant ecosystems and cultural practices like lei making.
Very cool. So today you brought two lepo'o. Obviously, there are different types of foliage in each one. Would you tell me a little bit about what you put in each one and which one they came from?
Yeah, so this one is all a'ali'i, which is this plant right here. And then these ones, I'm not sure if we have any on the table, but we have ulei, is these flowers and berries. And this is also a'ali'i, this plant here. And then we have pukiave, and this is like some sort of moss or lichen.
And then on the back of the lei, we have pala'a, which is this native fern, lace fern. But we also have pala palai on the table here, which is a really good one to use in the same way you would use pala'a.
Now, Palai, that's the name of your business. Is that where you got the name?
Yes, so palai you can use to refer to this plant because pala is fern and palai is this type of fern. So the thought behind the name palai is that this fern is such an important one for both lei making, hula, and also for native plant ecosystems and watershed recharge. So it kind of connects both science and culture, which is something I'm trying to do with my business.
Beautiful. These are absolutely stunning. I love that even though this all came from one plant, they're all different colors, different textures. You use them and manipulated them in so many different ways. And it just created such a beautiful lepo'o. So, I mean, perfect for, you know, May Day, Lei Day in Hawaii. This is cute if I just tie this on.
Yes. Do you want me to tie it for you?
No worries. I just feel like this is so cute. Okay, and then when it comes to the plants, you have some of these at home in your garden?
Yeah, I actually have all of these at home in my garden. These are some of my favorites to use in lei baking.
Yes, and you can get them right here at City Mill. So come on in and shop any of their locations. And for you, you've got this amazing workshop that you do. Tell me a little bit about your next one so people can come and join you.
Yeah, so I teach lei making workshops, mostly lepo'o and leivili style, which is the ones we have here. But I also do wreath making during the holidays and floral arranging.
So if people wanted to learn more about your business and get involved with some of the workshops, where would they go?
So I have an Instagram, it's Palai Hawaii, and also my website, palaihawaii.com. So I post all my upcoming events on there and lots of fun tutorials and gardening content as well.
All right, go ahead and check out her workshops, but also come into City Mill, stop into the patch and pick up some of these different types of plants for your own garden at home. And hey, maybe you'll be able to make your own lepo'o when it comes to Lei Day here in Hawaii. We're gonna have all the details on HiNowDaily.com. Mahalo.
And check this out. Here's a live look from our camera that shows off the views and vibes from Oahu's west side. Right now, we could see the Kakamana Ali'i, which is located in Kapolei. Coming up on Saturday, this will be the site of the Cinco de Mayo Festival. On May 4th, from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m., there will be a celebration of the Latino culture. It's an absolutely free event, but there's also a VIP ticket option if you're super interested in that. So for more details, follow the Hispanic Chamber HI on Instagram. And tomorrow is the beginning of Small Business Month. First Hawaiian Bank is celebrating with Hi Now Daily by featuring one of the small businesses they support throughout the month of May. And Beer Lab Hawaii will join us live in the studio tomorrow, but for now, here's a preview on what they're doing and what they're about.
My name is Nicholas Wong. I'm the president of Beer Lab Hawaii. And we're here at Britannia, our fantastic new production brewery. Our relationship, First Wine Bank. It's been a long one. I mean, it was my first personal bank account coming out of high school, learning with business here in Hawaii, and really I found that it's really important that we need to have partnerships to grow our business, to expand our business, really to be successful in Hawaii. So, from our first bank account, being with First Hawaiian till, really just kind of chatting with, at that time was our personal banker, Greg Hackler, just, hey, what are my opportunities for the first businesses to try to, buy some property and move that along, to getting our first commercial loan, to open university, to our second loan at YPO, and to really, now doing a land purchase. So Beer Lab is 9 years old this year, and we actually started Beer Lab right on University Ave as our first location. We're 3 engineers working at the shipyard, and really traveling, trying beer. Then from there, moving up to, our first real, stainless tank, which is, it's only about 200 gallons. Now, as we're stepping up to our YPO brewery, we got to double those sizes to that 500. And now, we're into, our, what we call our 30 barrels tanks, and really production's moving into thousands of gallons of range. So the most rewarding part really is being able to be intertwined and kind of growing and being part of the local community. So, yes, we get to hear our friends having birthday parties at our locations. We get to hear our family celebrating with our beer for, their first birthdays. And then again, bringing it back to what we really view as local flavors here in Hawaii, from cracked seeds to citrus fruit. Really just showcasing really everything that we can for the products we have here in Hawaii. Come check us out. Beer Lab Hawaii, 3 locations: Pucks Alley, Britannia, and Pearl Ridge. And live pono, drink ono.
Also coming up tomorrow, I'll be live at Deck, a restaurant located in Queen Kapiolani Hotel that has great views and ono food. We're gonna learn what they have going on for Mother's Day and how you could book other big events at the Deck. We had so much going on the show today. It's National Boba Tea Day. Thanks for joining us. We have all the details. We know we have so many events going on this weekend. We posted it on HiNowDaily.com. I'm Nally Duran. Thanks for watching Hi Now Daily.